What you're seeing right now is the process of Earth's formation around 4.6 billion years ago, as gravity pulled countless rocks and dust together. Our planet finally began to take shape. But back then, Earth was scorching hot. There was no solid ground, only a vast ocean of molten lava. With surface temperatures soaring above 1,200 degrees Celsius, around 4.5 billion years ago, a planet known as Theia collided with Earth at a speed of 15 kilometers per second. The massive impact sent shockwaves rippling through space, blasting huge amounts of debris into orbit, and from those fragments, our moon was born. This violent collision also made Earth spin much faster. A day back then lasted only 6 hours. Later, as the moon's tidal forces took effect, Earth's rotation gradually slowed down. The molten surface began to cool. About 4 billion years ago, a comet carrying water struck Earth again. That single impact triggered a rainfall that lasted for nearly 3 million years. From that point on, Earth transformed into a blue, ocean-covered planet. Roughly 3.7 billion years ago, the first single-celled life appeared. Soon after, cyanobacteria in the oceans learned how to perform photosynthesis, rapidly multiplying and releasing vast amounts of oxygen into the atmosphere. And just like that, Earth began its long journey toward nurturing life. About 1 billion years ago, Earth's temperature suddenly dropped. The planet entered an ice age. That lasted for tens of millions of years. Life came to a standstill, and Earth turned into a giant frozen snowball. Thousands of years later, massive volcanic eruptions released huge amounts of heat and gas, slowly warming the planet again, creating the right conditions for life to flourish once more. Around 500 million years ago, Earth underwent a dramatic transformation, the Cambrian explosion. During this period, countless new species of plants and animals emerged. About 200 million years ago, a species appeared that would rule the planet. For the next 130 million years, the dinosaurs. Then, 65 million years ago, a 10-kilometer wide asteroid crashed into Earth with unimaginable force. The explosion's power was equivalent to 100 trillion tons of TNT. 99% of life on Earth was wiped out. But it was precisely this disaster that opened the door for humankind to eventually rise to the top of the food chain. Roughly 2 million years ago, the first Homo sapiens appeared. Over millions of years of evolution, they developed advanced brains and agile limbs, allowing them to stand at the very peak of Earth's ecosystem to become the dominant species that would ultimately rule the planet. But here's the question: are humans truly native to Earth, or are we an invasive species from another world? Why are more and more people beginning to doubt Darwin's theory of evolution? We've always been told that humans evolved from life on Earth, from Australopithecus to Homo erectus to Neanderthals, Cro-Magnons, and finally to modern humans. Yet, many now question if humanity truly evolved step by step. Then why did all 14 other hominid species, including ancient apes, go extinct, leaving only modern humans alive today? And what about the mysterious 200,000-year gap in the timeline of human evolution? How did humans suddenly leap forward to become intelligent beings, capable of rapid advancement? Some scientists believe that humans might actually be an alien species that came from outer space. Even Stephen Hawking once suggested that humanity could have originated on another planet. Because our bodies don't seem perfectly suited to life here on Earth, for example, compared to most animals, humans get sick far more easily. Our skin can't resist strong ultraviolet radiation. According to evolutionary adaptation, humans lost the protective body hair that once shielded us, leaving us vulnerable to both heat and cold. Our newborns also have unusually large heads, making childbirth much more dangerous. And although our brains are highly developed, consuming more than 40% of the body's total energy, our physical strength is relatively weak, even today. The full potential of the human brain remains untapped, largely because our bodies simply can't handle the enormous energy demand it requires. So what do you believe? Darwin's theory of evolution, or the idea that humans might be visitors or even invaders from another world? Or perhaps we are the creations of a higher civilization, the product of something beyond our comprehension? Have you ever wondered, what if Earth isn't the only civilized planet in the universe? What if countless other advanced civilizations exist out there among the stars? even in our own Milky Way galaxy. There are nearly 1 trillion stars similar to our Sun. With that many suns out there, could Earth really be the only planet where life and civilization have evolved? Back in the 1950s, Enrico Fermi, known as the father of atomic energy, was once discussing extraterrestrial life with his friends. In the middle of their conversation, he suddenly asked a simple but chilling question: if aliens exist, then where are they? That question sparked endless debate among scientists. It became known as the Fermi paradox. Fermi reasoned that, based on humanity's current rate of technological progress, we might be able to travel freely across the Milky Way within the next million years. So, if extraterrestrial civilizations exist, any of them that evolved even 1 million years earlier than us should have already reached Earth by now. But the fact remains, no alien civilization has ever made contact, so why haven't they? Could it be that humans really are the only intelligent life in the universe? On the other hand, Earth has existed for 4.6 billion years, yet only one species, humans, has ever evolved into intelligent life. Maybe the emergence of higher intelligence requires rare coincidences, a perfect combination of chance and timing. But that only deepens the mystery of the Fermi paradox. Since the 1960s, humans have launched countless programs to search for signs of extraterrestrial life, but so far, not a single trace has been found. Some theories suggest that advanced alien civilizations might already exist, with technology far beyond our imagination. To them, Earth may be nothing more than a subject of observation or an experiment. Perhaps they're watching us even now, monitoring our world quietly from afar, and maybe, in certain ways, even protecting it. It's possible that humans have seen them before, but simply can't comprehend what we're looking at. So if one day an alien civilization truly arrives on Earth, would our planet be colonized? One thing's for sure: if they find us before we find them, the odds of humanity winning that encounter would be close to zero. Have you noticed something strange? Over the past 100 years, human science seems to have slowed down. There haven't been any major breakthroughs like those of the early 20th century. Why is that? During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a time marked by world wars and chaos, many of history's greatest physicists emerged. It was an era of revolutionary change in science. One photo captures this moment perfectly: the legendary 1927 Solvay Conference. In that picture, 29 of the world's greatest minds gathered in one room. 17 of them were Nobel Prize winners. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity completely overturned Newton's classical view of absolute space and time. Then came quantum mechanics, which transformed our understanding of matter and the interactions that govern the universe. These two theories, relativity and quantum mechanics, laid the foundation for all of modern physics and reshaped human civilization forever. Now, more than a century later, no new theory has emerged that rivals those two in impact. But the truth is, people often remember only the breakthroughs and forget the centuries of work that built up to them. Modern science may appear to advance rapidly, but in reality, most of our progress still builds on theories from hundreds of years ago. Classical physicists like Galileo and Newton opened the door to a new understanding of nature. 2 centuries later, Einstein and Bohr took it further, ushering in the age of modern physics. But it's only been a little over 100 years since those theories were established. Relativity and quantum mechanics still haven't been fully absorbed or unified. So while we've made many small discoveries, they all rest upon foundations laid a century ago. That's why human science feels stuck. Yet, every major leap in physics has brought massive change to civilization. Galileo and Newton's discoveries sparked the Industrial Revolution. Einstein and Planck's work paved the way for modern technology. So perhaps the next great breakthrough in physics will come in the 22nd century. Until then, humanity will keep refining the knowledge we already have, waiting for another genius like Einstein to rise and change the world once again.